UFC, great to be back in the Music City weigh-ins for the UFC. On FX, our Octagon girls, Brittany Palmer, Shandella Powell. UFC President Dana White's in the building. Our UFC matchmaker, Joe Silva, of course, the babysitter to the stars. He is B-Dub, Burt Watson. And let's get right to it. Remember, these UFC prelims are yours on Fuel TV. Our first bout in the bantamweight division, Joseph Sandoval against Nick the Ninja of Love Denis. First fighter on the scale will be Nick the Ninja of Love Denis. $135.5 for Nick Denis. And his opponent, Joseph Sandoval. $135 for Joseph Sandoval. Nashville, how about some love? Joseph Sandoval and Nick the Ninja of Love Denis. Our next fight in the featherweight division, Daniel the Pit Pineda against Pat Thrilling Schilling. First fighter on the scale, Pat Thrilling Schilling, making his UFC debut. $145 for Pat Schilling. And his opponent, Daniel the Pit Pineda. $145 for Daniel Pineda. Featherweights, Daniel Pineda and Pat Schilling. Again, these fights are yours live on Fuel TV. Our next bout in the lightweight division, Fabricio Marengo Camoish against Tommy Wildcard Hayden. First fighter to the scale, Tommy Wildcard Hayden, also making his UFC debut. 155.5, Tommy Wildcard Hayden and his opponent, Fabricio Morango Camões. $158. All right, 157.5. Fabricio Camões has 2 hours to cut the final pound and a half. Tommy Wildcard Hayden against Fabricio Morango Camões, part of our UFC prelims on Fuel TV. Our next fight in the welterweight division, Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman against Daniel Ninja Roberts. First fighter to the scale, Daniel Roberts. $170.5 for Daniel Ninja Roberts and his opponent, Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman. $170.5 for Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman. Welterweight fight, Daniel Roberts, Charlie Brenneman, yours on Fuel TV. Our next bout in the lightweight division, Kamal, Prince of Persia Shalarus against Habib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. First to the scale, Habib Nurmagomedov. 155 for Khabib Nurmagomedov, making his United States and UFC debut here Friday night. His opponent, Kamal Prince of Persia Shalarus. $155.5 for Kamal Shalarus. Lightweight fight, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Kamal Shalarus, part of our UFC prelims on Fuel TV. And closing out the prelims in the middleweight division, Jorge El Conquistador Rivera against Eric Red Schaefer. First to the scale, Eric Schaefer. For Eric Red Schaefer, and his opponent making his 15th UFC appearance, Jorge El Conquistador Rivera. $185.5 for Jorge Rivera. In the middleweight division, Jorge Rivera and Eric Red Schaefer. All right, now time for the main card, UFC Fight Night on FX, live and free, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. First bout in the heavyweight division, Pat H.D. Barry against Christian Morecraft. First heavy to the scale, Christian Morecraft. For Christian Morecraft and his opponent, Pat H.D. Barry. For Pat Barry. First fight on the main card, heavyweights Pat Barry and Christian Morecraft to kick off the UFC Fight Night on FX. Our next bout in the bantamweight division, Mike the Hulk Easton against Jared the Jackhammer Papazian. First fighter to the scale, Jared Papazian. $135.5 for Jared Papazian, who makes his UFC debut here Friday night, and his opponent, Mike the Hulk Easton. $135 for Mike the Hulk Easton. Bantamweight scrap, Jared Papazian and Mike Easton, also yours Friday night on FX. Our next fight in the welterweight division, the owner of the fastest knockout in UFC history, Dwayne Bang Ludwig and Josh the Dentist Neer. First fighter on the scale, Josh Neer. $171 for Josh Neer and his opponent, Dwayne Bang Ludwig. $170.5 for Dwayne Bang Ludwig. How about some noise, Nashville, for these two welterweights, Josh the Dentist Neer and Dwayne Bang Ludwig. And in our main event for the first ever UFC Fight Night on FX, in the lightweight division, Melvin the Young Assassin Guillard and New Jersey's Jim Miller. First fighter on the scale, Jim Miller. $155 for Jim Miller. And his opponent, Melvin, the young assassin, Guillard. $156.5. Gonna pull out the towel here. $156 for Melvin, the young assassin, Guillard. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event, UFC Fight Night on FX, Jim Miller and Melvin Guillard. All right, I'm here with the main eventer, Jim Miller. Excited for this showcase here Friday night. What can the fans expect here when you take to the Octagon?
Expect a great fight between Melvin and I. You know, we're both two of the best guys in the division, and you know, hungry for a win and gonna put on a show for you guys.
How about some Music City love for Jim Miller and his opponent, the very popular Melvin Guillard? You know, you're an underdog here Friday night. How do you feel about that?
Been an underdog my whole life, so I'm used to that. I perform at my best when I'm an underdog, and like you know, Jim Miller, much respect for that guy. I got tremendous respect. He's an awesome fighter, but I feel the same way about myself. So I think we're gonna give Nashville a great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melvin Guillard and Jim Miller, it's yours. Friday night on FX. That's gonna do it from here. First fight, 6 o'clock Eastern. UFC prelims on Fuel TV. Thank you very much.